Welcome to a channel update. My name is Nilaus and this is my channel update for March. Every month I do these kind of updates just to give you guys a bit of sort of an insight in my thoughts about what's going on the channel, what are the sort of the plans for the next month or so, and for you also to have an opportunity to provide feedback on things that work or don't work, things you want more of and less of on the channel. So feel free to use the comment section for providing feedback to how it's working. So first of all, I mean, some of you might not have looked at my ugly mug, so feel free to comment with, you don't look at all like I expected, which is kind of the usual thing, but it's kind of fun anyway. So what do I want to talk about here? Well, I want to talk about just general about content creation, as that is kind of what I do. And then we're going to go into a bit on each of the different games that I have been and will be playing, sort of just to catch you up on what my plans are. So if there are other things, then yeah, use the comment section for that. The first thing is, over the last month, 2 months or so, I have been experimenting quite a bit on my YouTube channel. I've done 2 major changes, and I think they are kind of working. One is I've stopped making Factorio Let's Play here on YouTube. I kind of miss it, and I know you are missing it as well. But I had to do that because I was simply running out of good ideas. I'm not running out of ideas, but I'm running out of good ideas. So I'm just waiting for something interesting to come up. I still have a lot of Factorio content, and we'll come back to that. But the fact that the game here, or my channel here, has been focused very much exclusively, like 90% on Factorio. It's been a major experiment for me to see what's gonna happen. Luckily, this has coincided with the Dyson Sphere program launch, which has been very successful, and welcome to all of the new subscribers who joined as part of the Dyson Sphere program. Now my challenge is to see if I can keep you entertained, which is gonna be an interesting challenge for me. The second thing is, as part of the Dyson Sphere program launch, I tried this new style that I sort of come up with, where I stream the game on Twitch and then take regular saves. And then what I do is I go to YouTube and then build some things, design and build some things, then load the save, and then this way I can actually take 4 hours of content, the stuff I did on Twitch, and maybe spend a couple of hours on recording, a couple of hours of editing, and then cram it down into maybe like a 45-minute, very content-rich YouTube episode. It's worked really well for the Dyson Sphere program, and this is also how I'm gonna do for Satisfactory. And if I was starting a new series of Factorio, that would be also how I would do that, because it really just, it's a really cool way of doing it. I'm thoroughly enjoying that way, because it allows me to get further instead of me spending 4 hours off camera recording and then cutting it down to 45 minutes. Then I can actually do the experimentation with the people watching on Twitch, and we can do the designs, which is a really cool process. And then when I'm recording it, sort of re-recording it for YouTube, then it's going to be much more crisp and much more in line with what you expect from a YouTube content, more to the point and more sort of taking out all of the repetitive stuff. So I hope you like that. That's going to be the way I do content moving forward. Generally, some things will not fit to this format, but particularly building games are really good for this format. So that's a pretty cool experiment that I like, and seems to also resonate with you, the community. So that's one of the things. The second thing is, well, not the second, I mean, no, third, I don't know. I counting with Nilaus, right? So another thing that I'm looking at here on my channel, and I wish I could do more for, is actually the patronage. So if you are not aware, then I don't have any corporate sponsors. I don't take any sponsorship for, just advertising stuff inside the video. I hope you appreciate that, because I'd like to avoid that. I may do it at some point if there's a good product and a good sort of match with me, but generally I am not going to do that. And the reason I can say no to those kind of things is because of the patrons. That is really the backbone of this channel, and therefore I also want to do something more for you, the patrons. So, like Oxygen Not Included is a super cool way to have dupes that I yell at and throw into horrible things, and have those named after patrons. And I can feel that Right now I don't have anything that sort of highlights the patronage in my games, and that's of course unfortunately also affecting how Patreon is faring right now. But I really appreciate all of you who are supporting. It's really what keeps this thing going. You know, ad revenue on YouTube is the not really a lot, to be honest. So Patreon, awesome. Thank you very much for doing that. And particularly actually the annual patrons, they are for me the best, because they kind of give an expectation of future income, which is something that just doesn't exist in the world of content creation. So that's really nice. So thank you very much for all the people who are supporting on Patreon. And if you have ideas on how to integrate the patronage in an interesting way into upcoming series, then let me know. I'm really looking for cool ideas. I mean, one thing I'm looking at is, for example, the next Dyson Sphere program, I'll name systems and planets after patrons. I think that's a cool way. But you know, we come back to the specific games. Let's talk about the specific games, and you can see this thing here that I keep in the background just to keep you entertained and keep less focus on my face and more focus on the beautiful game. Let's start with Dyson Sphere Program. Now, this has been a super amazing game, and I know a lot of you have joined the channel just on the backs of that game. It's been super awesome, and I wish I could do more for it, but to be honest, the game is complete for me. I am at a point where I've done all of it. I've built massive bases in every dimension that you could think of. I've gotten to the point where my PC cannot keep up with the game anymore, so it also becomes a bit tedious to play. So if I was like, all right, people want more Dyson Sphere, I'm gonna make my Dyson Sphere, but what would I do? I really wouldn't know what to do. It would just be tinkering along and making sort of things again, and then starting over. If I start over, it would have to be something new and interesting. And really, at this point, there isn't anything that would make the next Let's Play of Dyson Sphere Program different from the current one. So I think I'm going to hold off, so that I'm going to make you even more hungry. I'm going to make myself even more hungry, because I absolutely love that game. But maybe in a month's time or 2 months' time, when Satisfactory dies down, then we can pick this up, and then we'll be really hungry for more Dyson Sphere Program, and then something else will be there that we can do. So that's the plan for Dyson Sphere Program. I still owe you a time lapse, as you can see. Every day, every time, every second, I'm not doing something else. Even while I'm recording a channel update, I still have to have this base running in the background, because it takes so long to make that damn sphere. So what I do is I let it run for an hour or 2 hours or 5 hours, not 5 hours, but several hours, do some recordings, edit those. I'm gonna give you a really nice, kind of long time lapse of it, but I think it'll be a fun way of just saying goodbye to that game for now. Other games, we can't really get around the fact that Factorio is the stuff that has brought me to the popularity here on YouTube, and of course it's a major part of what I do. So if you're not aware, on Tuesday, Thursdays and Sundays on Twitch, I am streaming Factorio. That's been sort of the rhythm for the many years, and that's kind of the rhythm. Every Tuesday, Thursdays and Sunday at 8 p.m. Central European Time. You can see the link in the description below. Then come on over, say hi, and just see if that's something for you. I'm building a massive Megabase. Sometimes I do highlights here on YouTube, but I'm really getting into it, because it has opened my eyes to new designs. And after 6,500 hours in Factorio, getting to do new designs is absolutely amazing. And what those designs are related to is that's train to train designs, and I'm so in love with that. It's because it's complicated and it's trains, and you can make these small, cute, efficient, effective designs, and that's really what I loved about the game. So come on over and join in on the train to train designs and the madness of those giant trains. 60 or like six locomotives, 48 wagons, and 6 locomotives on the other end. It's absolute insanity, and it's super fun. So what I'm also finding is, since I've found so many really well, crisp designs as part of this process, I'm going to start on a crusade to persuade you that train to train design is the thing of the future. It is the thing of the future. It is the way that we will build in the future. Back in many years forward, we will look back and scoff at the plebes who were just using belts and the robots. No. It's all about train to train. So I'm going to start a sort of sub-series of masterclass designs that will focus mainly on how to control the trains, how to have multiple trains on the same train track, loading, unloading, going through the different designs that I've made for this. So that's going to be sort of hopefully reinvigorating the masterclass series, because I kind of ran out of things to do for sort of the normal game, and now making this for some new concept, I think there's at least a handful of cool tutorials to do. So I hope you want to watch that and support the ongoing stuff for Factorio as well. On top of that, base reviews, still interested in doing that, and also doing highlights for my own base. So, you know, that's if you have a base for review, let me know. If you have other ideas for Factorio, feel free to share them, but I'm not going to do a heavily modded because there is no viewers in that as it currently stands. I might be able to do that later on with a mixture of streaming on Twitch, recording for YouTube. I might be able to do that, but that's like way in the future. Who knows? Let's talk about Satisfactory, because Satisfactory Update 4 has just come out, and it's a mixed bag. I mean, I love the game, but I hate the game. And I love the game, and I hate the game. It's really the abusive girlfriend analogy that I've thrown at you so many times. There are so many things in that game that's frustrating, but on the other hand, the game is so amazing to play. And I think it fits really well to play it on stream, where if there's some kind of tedious thing like long lines of skywalks or sky platforms or anything like that, then we can just talk about whatever the hell we want. Good movies, bad movies, management issues, life in general, but not politics, not religion, you know. Anyway, we can talk about other things while playing Satisfactory, and I really love that. So this is really cool. What the thing about this Satisfactory, and I may have mentioned it a few times here, I was really hoping that making YouTube content in the new format here on YouTube would mean that I'd get a lot more viewers. That has totally not happened. It is honestly, I'm kind of disappointed about the viewership on my Satisfactory content, because I honestly think it's pretty good. And maybe it's just that, well, it's been out for 2 years. Who cares about a starting from scratch series? But you know, the thing is, I've looked at the comments, and generally comments on YouTube, they can be really toxic. They can be really just blind to what's actually going on the screen. A lot of people comment without actually watching the videos. They're like, did you know that you could actually do that? It's like, oh, you mean like I did 17 times during the video? Yeah, I knew that. So, but the thing is, with the Satisfactory videos, I can see that there might not be a lot of views, but the people watching it are very passionate and very positive. And for that reason, I'm going to continue the Let's Play. I think it's really nice to do something that people enjoy. So I'm going to continue it as long as I also enjoy it. So keep up with the comments. That means I actually do read comments, and maybe I don't respond to all of the nice comments or all of the bad comments. But the fact that there is a very high percentage of very nice comments on my Satisfactory video has actually told me that, you know what, it would be a shame to stop something that people love. It doesn't always have to be about making the stuff that gets the most views, but also getting the people who are on the channel actually be really happy with the content I make. So it's gonna continue, and thank you for the nice positive comments. It's really awesome. The last game that I want to touch upon is Evil Genius 2. It comes out in, I don't know, weeks time from now, and I want to play it, but I don't know how to play it. So the thing is, the context is that maybe a lot of you have a lot of experience with the previous Evil Genius or Dungeon Keeper or something like that. I don't have that experience. I played it like 20 years ago, or however many years ago Dungeon Keeper came out, because that's basically a reskin of Dungeon Keeper. So I don't have that experience of exactly knowing, okay, this kind of room should be this big and this one should be positioned here. I don't know that. So my Let's Play will be a bit of a stumbling noob, and that can be frustrating if you've played extensively and watched someone who just like, oh, why are you doing that? You never should do that. This is the worst, to quote a comment, this is the worst setup in the history of Evil Genius. Well, I mean, it's a game that hasn't even come out yet, but okay, I'll take it. The thing is, If I play it on stream, then I can learn faster from feedback. Like, you're like, oh, you maybe should leave more room for this because you're gonna need it in the future. That would be a good thing. But on the other hand, I think that I don't have any evenings left for streaming, and I want to keep streaming Satisfactory and Factorio, so I don't really have any room left on my streaming schedule. So I might record some episodes and just basically gauge the interest. If there are too many, like, oh my god, you suck, then it's quickly gonna go away. And if there's a lot of, oh, this is interesting to play, maybe you should consider making your vault a bit bigger because you want more money. Oh, good point. So, I'll start it up. It might be 5 episodes, it might be 10 episodes, it might be 20 episodes, but that depends on sort of how we get this started. So again, very much trying to gauge. I'm gonna throw some things at you and then gauge the response in terms of likes and comments and views, and based on that, it'll be something I choose to continue with or not. And I just, in that context, I just want to address the comment that I hear so many times go like, you should just play what you want because we'll watch it anyway. That's very sweet of you, but it's not true. It might be true for you particularly, but it's not true for you plural. The thing is that I get a lot of joy as a content creator by creating content that is engaged with and that's popular, that works, that resonates with you. So if I want to play Minesweeper, I'm not gonna play Minesweeper because I know that you're not gonna watch it. So my joy of Minesweeper is gonna decrease significantly because part of the joy is also seeing the feedback. So that's why it's not just about what I want to do, because I really love God of War, but I can't stream God of War and I can't make YouTube content of God of War. I did it for Demon Souls and it was really bad for my channel because of the way the algorithm works. So I mean, I have to also treat it as what actually works so that you will keep being subscribed, because all the stuff that comes on the channel is actually sort of relevant to the sphere of games that you would expect me to provide. That being said, once in a while I'm going to be playing games that are completely off meta to what you would expect. That can be games like God of War, Horizon Zero Dawn. It can be like Demon Souls, it can be other Souls-like games, because I really enjoy those games and that good story is super fun. It can be puzzle games. I really love puzzle games, and I'm also, let's just say, better than the average at puzzle games. So those are also just something I feel that makes a lot of sense. And for example, when Darkest Dungeon 2 comes out, if ever, then that's a game that I'm definitely going into. Even though it's not a factory building game, then it's a game that fits very well for me on the sort of the whole topic of easy to learn, hard to master. So I think that comes full circle on all the stuff that I wanted to talk about in this one, going through the games and how I plan to create content for it, what's going on the channel in general. I really appreciate the good feedback that I've gotten on my experimentation, because I really feel that it is imperative for me that I keep innovating and not just do the same. And some of those innovation attempts will be dead ends, and that's why I really appreciate the feedback both here and on the live streams where I'm streaming. So I would also encourage you, if you're only or primarily watching here on YouTube, come check out my live streams. I'm streaming 6 nights a week on Twitch, and I'm gonna mention it again. It's twitch.tv/Nilaus. It's at 8 p.m. Central European Time, and yeah, 6 nights a week. Usually Saturday off, but it kind of alternates. So do come join on those streams and say hi. It's really cool to see new people, and to be honest, a lot of people, the main crowd on Twitch are actually people who started watching on YouTube and came over to Twitch and found out that, hey, it's actually more fun, more engaging to be yelling at it in real time instead of just yelling at the comment section on YouTube. So do feel free to come on over and yell at me in real time about my mistakes and etc. And of course, just a few things. Subscribe to the channel. I'm working my way towards the 100K. It's gonna be a couple of months, but if you're not subscribed, then consider subscribing and help me out on the quest to 100,000. You can always unsubscribe afterwards, but of course you don't want to do that. But really, my job is to make sure that you want to subscribe, because you want to keep an eye on the upcoming things on the channel. So with that, thank you very much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope to see you here on YouTube, on the Discord server. There's a lot of good discussions going on the Discord server. Maybe even follow me on Twitter. I do post there, not whiny, complainy things, but just like random thoughts that are not necessarily related to gaming. And of course on Twitch, where you can come hang out with me pretty much every evening. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys. Take care. And as always, stay effective.